In today's video, I want to break down some key points in a mini BR game that I had yesterday where I can truly highlight some Warzone 2 tips and tricks that are going to help you get better at Warzone 2 super quickly if you can take them on board and implement them into your own gameplay. Before we get into that, I do just want to remind you guys that I'm currently engaged in a ridiculous slap bet with my brother-in-law whereby if I do not hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, he is going to slap me hard in my face. If you could just spare that extra half a second it takes to smash that subscribe button, me and my face will be eternally grateful. When in return, I offer to give you the best Warzone 2 tips and tricks videos, as well as uploading the result of the slap bet on New Year's Day. But with that out of the way, let's get on to this breakdown. Right, so here's the clip that I wanted to show you guys. I've been chased into this building by a team of 3 and I've got a teammate downstairs. As I poke my head round the corner here, I notice that someone has followed me up the stairs, so I decided the best play is to wait here and wait for them to challenge me. With a quick drop shot, I'm able to down them, but I don't want to push too quickly because I know that he has 3 more people with him, and if I push down the stairs, I'm going to be an easy target with me coming down on 3 of them. So I replay and re-armor in order to make sure that I can take on a fight if there is more than one of them. Also, I notice that my teammate is in trouble down below me and he's probably going to die. I mean, this is mini BRs and I'm playing with randoms, so in these situations you really can't have full faith that your teammates are going to be able to pull through because you just don't know who they are. As I stand here, I realize that there's a thermite thrown from behind me and also underneath me, so I know that the other team is there. As well as this, I realize that they have also just rezzed the guy that I downed earlier. This means now it's at least a 3v1, so I head back upstairs and I throw a suppression mine. This means I'll be notified if they try and push, and also they'll be suppressed, so I could challenge them and have a major advantage over them. I decide that the best play for me here is because the gas is pushing us in, I need to take this next vantage point, the next power position, and I can hold them off from running out of that building. I see this guy open the door and I take him out super quickly. This means it's at least a 2v1, but maybe a 1v1. At this point, I've only seen 2 people, so I'm almost certain it is in fact a 1v1. And this is the tip I want to give you here. This almost becomes a battle of attrition. In this game, you can carry so many different things, whether that be self-revives or plates. This guy could have, for all I know, like 16 plates on it. So I decided the best way to do is to just mount up here. He's trying to snipe me, which is lucky for me because it means I can see his sniper glint every single time he peeks. There's no need for me to try and push him here because the zone is going to push him towards me. Every time he peeks here, I'm taking off like 3 plates at a time. Here we go, I crack him again. Each time I'm wearing him thin on his attrition and he has less options, and time is ticking and the gas is going to push him towards me. The best play here is for me to just hold this angle, and that's something that you're going to need to learn. If you have a power position, if you have advantage over the enemy, then you have to keep that advantage at all costs, because it's going to be that wins you gunfights, and it's going to be that wins you games in the end. I noticed that this guy is running around the corner here and he's an easy takedown for me, and then the threat is eliminated. Now, further on into the game, I managed to push into the circle. I'm still alive, I've not got any more kills, and I've decided to take this power position. It's going to be one of the highest points in this final circle here, and I noticed that there's one other building that's as high as this one that's a little bit further in zone. And this building that I'm seeing is going to be the last building in zone, and therefore it's going to be the best position in that final zone. Whoever has the top of that building at the end is going to win. I see that there's a duo up there, so I take a few shots and notice that they're only blue plated. First of all, they're not exactly fully looted. If they were fully looted and they had been playing since the game and they hadn't been to the gulag, then they would at least have a 3-plate vest. Either that or they would have killed someone who had one. This tells me that they've probably been sitting on the top of buildings the entire game, and this means they're probably not going to be that confident with their gun. Because they're on top of that building now, because they have that power position, I know if I'm going to win this game, I'm going to have to push that position to take them out. I wait on top of this building and wait for the gas to cover me, to cover that door behind me. I know that if I wait a few seconds whilst that door is in the gas, I'm going to be safe from the rear for my advance, because I would have heard someone coughing if they were trying to sneak up those stairwells inside the gas. Unless, of course, they had a gas mask, but that was a risk I was willing to take. From this point, I decided that the best course of action is going to be jump from the building that I have now onto the building next to me. This building is not as high as the other one, however, it does give me a little bit of advantage when it comes to being in zone and also being able to see the enemies. I can see across from me there that they're still camping that building. As expected, I thought they would. I didn't expect them to move. Now, another thing to notice here is that I can hear these guys talking. If you look at where the proximity chat is showing up on the left there, I can hear these guys, and this is such a valuable resource. If you're playing on PC, you can hop in a Discord with your friends and you can still hear what's going on in the game. This is so useful because not only did it tell me that he was there, I also heard him say he only had 70 rounds left, and this is valuable information. Now, you saw there that I picked up the smoke grenades on the side. This is also going to be very beneficial for my next move. Again, it's not glamorous, it's not exciting, but sometimes you just have to wait for the zone and see what your options are going to be. I can hear people running underneath me. I don't need to get into a fight with them right now. I know that the guys have the power position behind me, and I have a smoke that I can cover my advance with if I need to. This is also quite good for me because it means that if anyone does try and push into that building, those guys are going to have that covered, and most of the time we can hope that they're good enough players that they can take out the other enemies that are going to be heading towards them. The gas pushes me and it pushes my hand. I now have to make a play and get round to that building. Now, I can hear shots off to my left, so I decide to use this wall as cover. Luckily, I'm able to break this guy on top, forcing him back into play, and I can throw that smoke I just picked up to cover my advance into the bottom of this building. Now, I have two options. I can either wait it out on the bottom here or try and kill these two people. I decide that because I don't have a gas mask, I'm going to actually have to finish these two off on the roof. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck in the gas and they're just going to wait me out and I'm just going to die to the gas, which will be super frustrating. I get popped in the doorway there by a guy, but luckily his shots alerted the guys on top and I'm pretty sure that they took him out. So I decide that I have to push up the stairs. Now, about 3/4 of the way up the stairs, I hear one of them has heard me.
Someone's coming up, someone's coming up.
So I decide to use this drill charge and throw a smoke. The drill charge breaks one of them so I know that he's close, and the smoke allows me to push out of the door without getting spotted. I take out the first guy and then I push all the way to the end of the building because I know that there's still one more. He was probably plating. He obviously didn't get all of his plates off, so I was able to kill him easily. Now at this point, it's really fucking unfortunate because I'm on top of the building with no gas mask, and there's obviously a team underneath me of just one guy. Now I thought maybe if I looted these guys that I just killed, I might be able to find a gas mask. I couldn't, so I decided I had to play it. And there we go. I broke my legs and come second. Look, this wasn't perfect by any stretch, and obviously I didn't get the win there because I broke my legs, died to full damage, and we can all have a laugh about that. But the point is, I wanted to talk about my thought processes and how I work through these things, especially when you're in an outnumbered situation. Everything up until that point where I jumped off the building, I thought that I played really very well, and a lot of it is going to be about using what you can find around. You're not always going to have a meta loadout. You're not always going to have the best tactical or the lethal that you'd like, but what you will have is loot. There will always be loot around you, whether it be that suppression mine I used to block off those stairways near the beginning, or that smoke and that drill charge I used at the end to be able to take out those two roof campers. You need to be able to make sure that you can use absolutely everything to your disposal. If I literally had to rely on gun skill alone there, I would have absolutely lost because I wouldn't have even been able to cross that open bit near the end there where I got into that building in the first place. But anyway, there we go. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. For those of you who have watched my videos for a while, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end. So if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. Would you rather always have the taste of shit in your mouth or your breath always smell like shit for others? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.